everyone, this is Jane with Barlow Herbal, and in this video I'm going to share with you 3 of my dad's original formulations. They are Clarkia 100, Mycocide, and a little hidden gem called Vermicide. So the information that I share with you is not meant to be medical advice. This is just meant to entertain and educate you. This is also based on my own opinion, my own research, and definitely my own experience over many decades with all 3 of these formulas. Now, Clarkia 100 is a broad spectrum anti-parasite formula. And this is something that my dad formulated a long time ago after his work with Dr. Hulda Clark. And it's a beautiful blend of cloves, Quassia chips, Black Walnut Hulls, and Wormwood. All of these plants, especially the cloves, the Wormwood, and the Black Walnut Hulls, are very well known, and they're in many herbal remedies that are for parasites. So do a little bit of digging into Quassia. In fact, there's a video that lives under Herbal Wisdom videos on a playlist on this channel, and it specifically goes into all of the details and all of the history behind all of these herbs, including Quassia. In fact, Quassia has a really fun history that I know you will love. Now, these 4 herbs together go after over 100 different types of parasites, the adult onset, and the eggs. And what my dad believed is that many herbs, they work really well together when they're formulated in combination with other herbs. There are some herbs that are great as singles, like echinacea, even Lomatium. In fact, many herbs are available by themselves. But what my dad believed, especially when going after a little bit more hardcore issues, is that when you blend the combination of herbs, the properties that they bring, then they complement each other and they bring a really powerful result to the human being that is using them. So Clarkia is one of our best known formulas. We actually make it available not just in a full strength tincture, but it's also available in a reduced alcohol version, which is great for little kids and your pets, because your pets shouldn't do any alcohol-based herbal remedies, which if you've got pets, you're treating them naturally. I'm sure that this is something that you're probably familiar with. But Clarkia is right at the top of one of the formulas that we produce and have been making for many years and is still very popular. Now, the second one that is also very well known is Mycocide. Now, Mycocide was specifically formulated by my dad for candida and fungal overgrowth. And what he believed is that when you have a parasite issue, there's always, along with it, most likely a candida overgrowth because they feed off of each other. If you've got candida, it's the perfect environment for parasites to thrive and vice versa. So in our Mycocide formula is sarsaparilla, cayenne pepper, poke root, and some Lomatium dissectum. And these 4 herbs, again, are what my dad believed synergistically, energetically, and just the chemical compounds and all the natural components of these herbs, when they are blended together in just the right amounts, provide really, really beautiful results and benefits. And this is actually something you can get on our website. You can get the Clarkia and the Mycocide together. We put them in a bundle called the Cleanse Pack. Give yourself a cleanse once a year, every 6 months. Personally, I go through this every 6 months. Now, the little hidden gem that my dad formulated all those years ago is a beautiful blend called Vermicide. Sometimes what my dad realized is that there are some issues and some parasites like Giardia, which is what Vermicide is formulated for, that need their own blend. Instead of just adding the herbs that are in the Vermicide to the Clarkia, he wanted to make something a little more specific. So the Vermicide has Tansy, Black Walnut Hulls, and Lomatium. And many people, if they want a very broad spectrum to include Giardia, all the parasites including Giardia, they will add the Giardia to the Clarkia. And sometimes they'll do that along with the Mycocide as well. And also one of the things that my dad suggested the Vermicide for, in fact, this is, I believe, one of the main reasons that it was formulated, and I have personally used it for, is in times of travel when you're in a place where maybe the water has some unknown parasites that your system's not used to, and also if you are in a place where maybe the food. So the food and water in other countries that you're not used to, it's really awesome to travel with vermicide and sometimes Clarkia right along with it. So it depends on where I've gone in the world over the years. I always travel with my herbal remedies for the sole purpose of not just if I pick something up, but to prevent it. So like, for example, I take LDM with me everywhere I go. If I go someplace like Mexico or someplace where I know there might be an issue with the water that my system is not used to, I will take Clarkia and sometimes vermicide. And those are always a part of my travel kit. Super easy to travel with, super easy to take a daily dose. And for me, it's a really nice way to stay healthy, stay well, no matter where you are, what you're doing. So what I'd love to know is, what do you think about these formulas, and have you used them before? These literally have been around for more than 50 years. So if you're familiar with Clarkia and mycoside, but you've never heard of vermicide, I'd love to know what you think about this blend, especially with the Tansy and then the Black Walnut Hulls and the Lomatium. Many people are familiar with those, but that Tansy is a very, very special plant. So I hope this has provided a little bit of insight into these three blends we make. Please know that this is for education and entertainment purposes only, and we will see you in the next one.